Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and today I want to show you guys how to draw the dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. So this is actually a drawing I just made for kind of an illustration, just to show you guys how it will probably look, because this is not a very detailed drawing at all, and it does not take as much time as, let's say, the Indoraptor, just because there aren't, as you can see, the detail is just in the shadow parts and a couple of little scales and a couple of little scales over here, and then it just goes with lines, I guess. So the most important thing about this drawing is actually the shape of his head, because I actually had to redo this drawing for like 3 or 4 times because I couldn't get the shape of his head right. And that's just because when you're drawing his head, you first have to pay attention to his head only, without this kind of crest on top of his head, and that's kind of hard to do if you're using the reference I'm using right now. So, well, not right now, but the reference I was using then. So yeah, let's get into it. And again, if the video is going to be longer than 25 minutes, I'll make it a second part. And actually, I just want to tell you guys something. This is a drawing that I did with HB pencil only. So it turned out to be quite dark. I mean, if you compare it with, let's say, the Indoraptor over here, I guess it's even darker than the Indoraptor. And with the Indoraptor I actually use the 4B pencil, so yeah, I'm not sure why. I think it's because those darkened parts. Alright, let's start. So again, I'm just going to set up this drawing as well, so I can use this reference as well. Alright, so what we're gonna start doing is actually make the shape of his head. And if you want to make the shape of his head right, you need to pay close attention right now. Alright, so it's just like, it's almost like you're drawing a triangular shape, except it's more spherical. Alright, and this line is going to be straight. And then over here somewhere it's gonna be his eye. So then over here will be the end of his head, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this, kinda like this. So this is actually a great start for now. I'm not sure if it will focus. Alright, I can't seem to focus my camera. Don't know what's wrong. Well, I guess this will have to do for now. Alright. And what we have to do now is actually take a look at where his upper jaw is gonna start compared to his lower jaw. So his lower jaw is going to be this one, and then his upper jaw will start about over here. So from here on, we'll just draw a line all the way back to here. I'm not sure if you can hear cars coming, passing by, because normally I record my videos late at night, but now I'm recording while it's still light, so maybe my drawing will be better visible. Who knows? Alright, so now we've got the basic shape of his head. Alright, and now we want to refine the jawline, which goes for about like something like this, and then it goes up again, curving down, then curving the opposite direction, and then you will have something like this. And later on I'll refine it again. I'll just have to refine it again. This jaw is a little bit too big, so just gonna draw it a little bit smaller. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna erase some of this. And then do everything from this direction. Alright, and now this is the place where his eye should be about, but I'm not gonna draw in his eye yet. First we want the big crest on his snout, which is going to start for about over here, and then just draw along, because this has a very distinct shape. Alright, it should look something like this. Maybe we'll make it a little bigger. That should be alright. So right now it might look kind of silly. But later on, I promise that it will look pretty cool. Alright, so his eye will be somewhere over here. First we want to make his big eyebrow. And this part is kind of strange because we just have to create an almost perfect circle right here. And his eye is going to be somewhere over here. And he has a very large rounded eye. And then wait a second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. So yeah. Alright, I have his eye in place, and this is very strange compared to how I used to draw my eyes. Just make the pupil almost completely in the middle, and then a huge white area, and around it you just put in some shading, And we can do this with the 4B pencil to make it look even darker and stuff and even more realistic. Okay, so there we have the eye about done, and now we want to indicate the places where the holes in his skull should be. So that should be about somewhere over here, and it should be over here, and his nose will be over here, and then his ear will be somewhere over here. And in the references I'm using, the ear and stuff are very clearly visible, so alright, just refining these lines a little, and this is a little bit too long, way too long actually. It should be about over there. And then the bottom jaw, which is actually not completely connected. This line is not completely connected like in most of my dinosaur drawings, sorry, because it has something like a venomous sac or something like that underneath his chin. I mean underneath his well, on his throat, I guess. And it starts for about over here, and then it goes like this, and then it goes downwards, and then his neck goes like this, and then it goes like this, and then you can make it go all the way down until over there. Then again, I guess this is something like the huge, I'm not sure what it's called, but the thing that he the thing that he uses to intimidate his prey, the prey animal and stuff, or maybe even big predators that he wants to scare away. What you see in the movie, the big crest, I think. Not sure what it's called, but yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to describe it very good. Alright. So, yeah, this is a pretty good start. We're starting to see what the animal is supposed to look like, kinda. We're already at 30 minutes, alright, that's okay. Alright, he has something like this on his crest, and another kind of hole, I guess. And then, yeah, maybe we should focus on doing some skills right now. Not too much skills, but just the skills that you are supposed to see. I can't get this jawline right at the moment. Not sure why, but I guess it's just a little too small. It has to be a little bit larger, this part. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Alright, that's better. Again, let's use my eraser to erase the unnecessary lines. Alright, it should look something like this. Yeah, let's first do the kind of texturing on his skin. So it starts for about over here somewhere, and then it just goes like this, goes past his ear, goes down there, a big curve there, and then it ends for about somewhere over here. Right, and let's of course color that in. It might look very stupid at first, but later on it's gonna look awesome. Alright, and then we have another one over here. Starts about over. Wait a second, I'm really sorry. I have to get this right. Let's first focus on some skills over here. So these skills are very thin, elongated skills. You can just keep doing them, but not in great detail over here anymore. And then just another row of skills near the eye. And again, not too detailed over here anymore, because you won't really need it anymore later on. You won't really see it too good anymore later on. Alright, so now this one starts about over here, I think. It goes like this, and it goes like this, and then it goes like this, and it stops about over here somewhere. Another one. Right. Color this in completely, and then I believe there are some skills around his nose, and then there is some texturing over here again. and color it in again. And later on, when you put some shadow into the drawing and stuff, it's gonna look very, very awesome, very nice. Alright, yeah, just put some, not very big scales, but just put a few scales down like this. Don't do it too detailed. Don't go too small. This part. Just a few scales. A few over here, and maybe, yeah, there's supposed to be like a line over here. Make it very dark when you go on the colored sections. Same with the scales. Just make it very dark when you put in those scales. Alright, and now we want to put in the scales near the mouth. Stops for about over there. And the same thing on the bottom jaw. Just put them in. Maybe we could better. No, I'm just gonna do it this way. You could start small, then go big and small again. But usually I start big and go smaller and smaller when you get near the end of the snout. Alright. And I want to start small over here. Not too big. And again, I'm not going to put that much detail in it, because we won't be able to see it later on anyways. So there's gonna be a dark spot over here. A very dark spot over here. And then we want to darken this line as well. So it will be clearly visible. And there's also, believe it or not, gonna be a dark spot over there. We could just draw in some random rounded scales here and there. But don't go past this jawline. Then over here, it just changes into these kind of lines. Make sure you don't touch the dark spot. You could still just draw in some scales here and there. Maybe even some darker scales and stuff. Maybe it will look good, but don't go overboard again. Don't do too much. Alright, Now we can focus a little bit more on the upper section. Also just putting in some scales here and there. And now we could just put some scales over here. Just a few. Alright, actually we're already at part 1, 25 minutes I mean, so this is going to be part 1 on how to draw the dilophosaurus, and I'll see you guys in the next video in part 2.